redwoods. For over 140 million years, these ancient forests have lived on our planet, enduring untold changes. Once a dominant forest on the North American landscape, today, redwoods can only be found in the Sierra Nevada and along a narrow strip of the California coast. These rugged trees have adapted and survived from violent changes in Earth's atmosphere to wildfires. But in the last 2 centuries, the redwoods faced an even graver threat. Only 1 in 10 trees survived the lumberjack's axe and saw. Today, only a tiny string of parks protect our historic redwood groves and the ferns, salamanders, fish, and birds that thrive there. The redwoods only survived because of the hard-fought conservation efforts dating to 1864, when Abraham Lincoln designated the Mariposa Grove and Yosemite Valley as protected state reserves. But the logging continued. In 1918, Save the Redwoods League was founded to protect the remaining forests and jump-started the entire parks movement in California. With new allies, they created a string of redwood parks, from Big Sur to the Oregon border. One was Hendy Woods. Kathy Bailey is a community leader in Mendocino's Anderson Valley.
The fact that these trees are here is virtually a miracle. The groves were owned by a series of lumber companies, and it actually took community effort through the years, starting all the way back there, to ensure that these trees were not cut. We can document in the notes of a community group called the Anderson Valley Unity Club that starting in 1938, they started a campaign to have Hendy Woods put into a park-type system. And they did that actually with the help of the Save the Redwoods League. And a representative of the league came and spoke to the women here. And they spent almost 25 years in an ongoing campaign to save the park here, to have it be a park.
The park closures add a new threat to forests already under severe strain from climate change, pollution, and urbanization. Scientists, such as UC Berkeley research biologist Todd Dawson, are deeply concerned.
One of the key objectives of the Redwood and Climate Change Initiative is to be able to actually monitor what's going on day to day. So we want to keep our hand on the pulse of the forest, if you will. So this is real-time monitoring that we're actually doing. So to do that, we have these weather stations that are constantly gathering information on temperature, light, humidity, rainfall, fog inputs, wind speed, wind velocity, etc. And we do that both here on the forest floor as well as up at the top of the canopy. And these are things that help us kind of assess how much water that plant is using and the health of that forest. And the predictions in California are that in the Sierra Nevada, for example, we're going to have a lot less snowpack. With less snowpack, that means the groundwater system is not going to get recharged every year. And the giant sequoia really depend on a recharged groundwater system every single summer. Of course, you can imagine if the water use goes down, it tells us something about how the plant is responding to the environment. For example, a hotter and drier environment generally means that the trees begin to slow down in their water use. And that's what the future is going to represent, hotter, drier times.
These scientists, like the millions of visitors drawn each year to these magnificent parks, are also moved by their endurance, complexity, and the raw beauty of the redwoods.
We visited about 10 years ago, and it's a little bit like coming home. We wanted to show the kids those giant trees, and it's a good feeling being in this forest. It's good to see how long life can last.
I'd hope that everyone in the future would be able to see what I can see now, because we know that they're disappearing and that can't happen. Kids and next generations need to have this experience too.
For over 140 million years, redwoods have survived ice, flood, and fire. But the delicate web of parks protecting the remaining stands is fraying. The challenge is no longer the axe and saw, but climate change, neglect, and state budget cuts. Our redwood forests may hold the key to unlocking our planet's future. Now it's our turn to protect those secrets before they are lost forever. Our state parks need us, an entire community of caretakers, to protect their future and ours. To find out more, please visit our website,